September 2022. A small hotel room, single bed, tiny screen in the darkness. On it, a lone teenager, his face illuminated by the light of a television. No sophisticated equipment, no powerful devices, only a fire stick, a phone, and hotel internet. Outside these walls, the street is quiet, but if you listen closely, you can hear them coming. A convoy of unmetered automobiles pulls up before the front entrance. Officers approach, their tone little more than a whisper. British cyber police agents, FBI officers. They've hunted him for days, and tonight they've finally traced him to where he is now. 8:30 p.m. The unit enters the building in readiness. They reach the door. Then there is no movement. A little time passes before the door gets flung wide open. Armed police rush inside. Before he can react, he's shoved to the ground, handcuffed. His equipment is seized, bagged, and tagged within seconds. But he doesn't struggle, as though he expected this. To the cops, he's just some kid messing around with hacker. They don't know that a few days ago, he had his hands on something he wasn't supposed to, and that unattainable access led to one of the biggest leaks in gaming history. What's more unbelievable, this wasn't his first transgression. But how did a teenager with no elaborate setup bring $1 billion company to its knees? To see how, we have to trace back to where it all began. It all started with a video game, Minecraft. Just like millions of kids, he was hooked. Late nights, sleepless nights, lost in online worlds, discovering, creating, and battling in PvP arenas. But to him, it was not just a game. It was war, and he was losing repeatedly. He wasn't the strongest, he wasn't the quickest. No matter how hard he tried, winning never within reach. So he did it another way. If he couldn't win according to the rules, he'd rewrite the rules. He began seeking loopholes, exploits, ways to flip the game in his own favor. At first, it was small tricks, small cheats to tilt the scales in his own direction, but then took it further. He began researching how Minecraft servers worked, how data was being delivered, how security could be bypassed. At the tender age of 11, a boy with autism in the UK was on the verge of embarking on a journey that would result in one of the largest hacks in gaming history. His name was Arion. But then, Arion was not thinking about hacking billion-dollar companies. He simply wanted to be noticed. When he discovered a bug in a popularly used Minecraft server, he didn't use it to do damage. Instead, he reached out to the developers and asked if they had a rewards program for reporting bugs. The response was a polite but firm no, a straight-out refusal. But at this moment, something changed. A young man with a talent for breaking things realized one thing. If the rules would not compensate him, he would rewrite them. And that's exactly what he did. He went deeper into underground forums, reading what other people who had mastered the skill of hacking were saying. At 15, he learned something that would change his life forever. SIM swapping and selling zero-day exploits. SIM swapping was a staple in the toolboxes of crypto hackers. Not only were high-value accounts like bank accounts and crypto wallets password protected, they required phone number verification as well. Hackers circumvented this by gathering information about their victims, making a call to the victim's mobile carrier and pretending to be the victim. After a few attempts, they could get the carrier to transfer the victim's phone number to a new SIM card, one that the hackers possessed. From there, it was a cakewalk to access accounts, wallets, and emails. But Arion did not stop at SIM swapping. He also discovered zero-day exploits, unknown security vulnerabilities in software or hardware. At the age of 15, he was siphoning information from leaked account databases, finding cryptocurrency owners, and using SIM swapping to drain their wallets. He also sold critical zero-day exploits on dark forums. The end result was a fortune. By 16, Hummer had already been hacking his way to over 300 Bitcoin, worth an incredible $27 million. For a socially challenged teenager with autism, the internet provided him with a sense of power that few could even hope for. He had money, he had knowledge, and better yet, he had control. And soon that need for control would take him to something much bigger. But Arion understood that hacking would only get him so far. He needed a team, and he was only 16 when he formed a hacker team, Infinity Recursion. It was not a large team, mostly young Brazilian hackers hitting smaller companies and sites, but they were not making much of a splash. Their attacks were subtle. They'd take a small amount, and frustration soon started to set in. Battles split the group apart within months. From the ashes of Infinity Recursion, he chose some of the most dedicated members and created something new. Lapsus. This time, the goal wasn't just hacking. It was terror. Arion knew that to make their mark, they had to be heard. Their first major operation was the hack of Brazil's Ministry of Health. Once inside, they didn't just vandalize the site. They cut off access to basic healthcare and replaced it with a ransom page. The message was clear. Pay or 50 terabytes of stolen data are released. It worked. Word spread. The name Lapsus was in the world. Lapsus had become too powerful. The FBI officially put them on their list of most wanted cybercriminals. And that's when things changed. March 24, 2022, Arion and 6 Lapsus members were arrested again. By then, whenever a big hack made the headlines, the police would bring Arion in, interrogate him, and then let him go because he was too young. But this time it was different. The FBI had taken Arion from his house and put him in room 15 of a travel lodge. No computer, no internet, just 4 walls and around-the-clock watch. Meanwhile, the FBI dismantled Lapsus methods, expecting advanced hacking techniques. But what they received was otherwise. Arion and his team were not even advanced hackers. They were simply bribing workers at large corporations, buying their way into the networks. The FBI thought they had cracked the case. They thought it was over. But Arion had one final task to complete. One last hack that would never let his name be forgotten. One morning, he slipped out of the hotel unnoticed. He went into a nearby shop and bought 3 things: an Amazon Fire Stick, a wireless keyboard, and a mouse. It didn't look like much, but in the right hands, it was a powerful tool. He returned to his hotel room, transformed the TV into a temporary computer, and plugged into his own private virtual machine. His prey was Rockstar Games, a company with millions spent on security, a team of professionals protecting their information. He composed a straightforward email pretending to be a Rockstar employee who had forgotten his password. Someone actually took the bait. Boom, Arion was inside Rockstar's system. The complete GTA V source code, early GTA VI development files, 90 test clips. He had it all and he didn't hide it. Under the username Teapot Uber Hacker, Arion dumped everything on GTA forums. Initially, some doubted it. 1 day and 9 hours in, Rockstar confirmed the worst. It was true. Rockstar freaked out. The FBI stepped in. Take-own notices spread all over. But it was too late. The world had already seen it. The FBI raided travel hotels surrounding the building. They broke into room 15, where they saw Arion sitting in the middle watching TV. His age this time was useless. Lying on the floor, handcuffed, guns pointed at him. Arion had succeeded. He had leaked GTA VI under the nose of the FBI. Arion always wished to be a legend, and in a way, he got exactly what he wanted. But handcuffs were only the beginning of his story. The evidence was undeniable. Fraud, hacking, blackmail. Guilty on all 3 counts. And instead of prison, the system offered something else. Due to his complex autism, he was committed to a high-security psychiatric unit. To this day, he is still behind bars. Nobody knows when or if he will ever set foot outside. But this is what's frightening. Before he vanished behind closed doors, he supposedly told the authorities, "One day I'll be back, and what comes next will be even bigger." Is it just talk or a threat we should listen to? Only time will tell.